Hello, I'm going to be reacting to stuff. Well, basically just searching up strange things. What the heck is all this? My brother has done something. It's only this one and a few other things that I have done. A lot of other things he's done. So, I'm gonna hike my knee up. And I completely changed. Luckily I have a phone case, or else I would have tapped something else. We are going to be reacting whenever my phone will. Alright, so I would say go subscribe to him. And the video we are going to be reacting to is my mom's cruel and unusual punishments. Alright, I had to fix something. But yes, I'm going to be talking about him. He is pretty funny. And wow, the screen though. The screen. Let me get my settings on.
Mr. James on Saturday morning at 10:03 a.m.
Alright, straight away. His voice though.
You were observed coloring a picture of a dinosaur. Is that true? Yeah. Can we go to recess? Even though your mom had
I've seen this video once, and I thought it'd be good to react to, so.
repeatedly asked you to clean up your toys, you disobeyed her and colored anyway?
Alright, I have no clue how my phone.
What I'm playing.
Alright. Well, I would say go subscribe to the Odd One Out. He is a real funny person, just to say. I am literally looking at two things right now and concentrating on both of them.
I plead the fifth. Your Honor, I have no further questions. James, I hereby sentence you to 15 minutes in the timeout corner. I'm not going back to timeout! I'm no scientist, but I think moms play a very important role in society. Without moms, who would drive us to soccer
Alright. First of all,
practice? Who else would tell us that it's not okay to eat cupcakes for breakfast? And who else would point at construction workers and say, that's why you need to get a college education, James? Oh, and I guess they also give birth to you and take care of you, but like,
what is this? Yes, it really did that in the perfect timing. What is this thing?
anyone could do that. Now, before I talk about how I was raised, I just want to give out this disclaimer that my mom is a great mom. She loves me. At least, she used to. If you asked me when I was 15 if my mom was a good mom, 15-year-old me would have said, no. Okay, but like, when I was little, I'd be talking with my friends, and we would be talking about our parents, and they would say stuff like, yeah, my mom lets me stay up till midnight, and she lets me play really graphic and vulgar video games. Yeah, my mom doesn't care if I wear clothes with skulls on them, and she lets me eat an entire tub of ice cream for dinner. My mom lets me play with knives. And I used to think that their moms were so much cooler for letting my friends have that much fun. But now, as an
adult,
I realized the sad truth, that these kids' moms weren't cooler, they just cared about them less. I'm not
yes, sometimes when your parents will let you do stuff like that at a little age, they don't care about you much. I'm allowed to.
Saying every mom out there is perfect, but a mom who takes the time to make a responsible member of society is pretty high up on the good mom list. Anyways, I love you, Mom, and now I'll immortalize and monetize some of that love. When I was younger and still in need of adult supervision, my mom would take me and my twin sister out to run errands with her.
Oh,
And as you would expect, we were rowdy and wanted to do our own thing. But my mom was prepared for this. She would bring 2 plastic baggies filled with 10 M&Ms, and every time my sister or I misbehaved, she would eat an M&M right in front of us. And she made sure we saw her eat our M&Ms. She didn't give us a warning either. If we did anything remotely bad, she would say, "Hey, look at me." And I think that parenting technique is the psychological reason that M&Ms are my favorite candy bar. I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. Something me and my sister really liked doing was hiding in those circular racks of clothes that they have set up in department stores. Being in the middle of one of those racks is such a surreal experience. I totally recommend it. But my mom didn't like it when we had fun, so she had to reach her arm in and try and grab us. Do you need any help? Oh, no, I'm just trying to get something in the back. There's a really nice belt that would be great for spanking my misbehaving children! I was spanked as a kid. Nothing too bad. I probably deserved it anyway. I don't remember any specific actions I did that earned a spanking, but I do remember outrunning my mom a lot. Another thing my mom did when I was very little was sometimes when she was washing her hands, she would turn to me and go, "Achoo!" and flick water in my face. It really bothered me, but I never spoke out about it. And one day I just couldn't...
My favorite part is the goodwill part. Hey.
handle it anymore, and I started crying. Why are you crying? But I was too sad to articulate how I was really feeling. If you ask her about this today, she'll say that she doesn't remember doing that sneeze gag ever, but I remember it. Vividly. So to get back at her, I put a rubber band around the dish sprayer, so when you turn on the sink, it would spray water at you. Come to think of it, I do remember one reason I was spanked. Every time one of my siblings insulted another sibling or told them to shut up, we would have to pay them 50 cents. This resulted in a really weird dynamic when it came to insults. We would get excited when someone called us a name. Mom, Luke called me a butthole! That's 50 cents. Woo! I'm rich! But sometimes us kids would just be messing around with each other and we didn't really mean the insults.
Dang, just from a little freaking name.
So we would feel bad taking someone else's 50 cents. Like someone would say, "Hey James, what's 6 plus 6? And I would say, 9, idiot. And my mom... Mom would hear me and say, "James, that's 50 cents." And my sister would feel bad, so she would insult me back and say, "James, you're an unpleasant person." Aw, swear words cost you $5. That's why I don't swear in videos. But now I can afford it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have this part in.
You piece of My mom never washed our mouths out with soap. She wasn't that kind of person, but she did threaten to if we swore. And one time after I said a pretty naughty word, penis, she said, "If you don't behave, I'm going to get the soap." And I said, "I don't care, soap tastes good." "Alright, you big dingus, shove this in your mouth. You won't do it, no balls." So I bit into it and immediately regretted it. Now people are eating soap for views. So I guess we never grow up. Did anyone else's parents put a password on the family computer? Because my parents did, and I didn't know we were the only family that did that. We had a rule in the house that we were only allowed to be on the family computer for however long we read a book for. But luckily, I would just read a book for 15 minutes, get my mom...
If you're a YouTuber seeing this, please tell me how to record on
to type in the password, and then she would just forget that I was on the computer and let me stay on for hours. And I played a lot of Neopets and RuneScape. Also, I wasn't allowed to have a TV or a computer in my room because then I would have easy access to inappropriate animes. When I was little, cell phones were a thing, but my mom didn't let me have one, so I had to talk to all my friends over a landline. I hope I don't have to explain what that is, because that would make me feel really old, and I'm supposed to be in the prime of my life. But basically it meant if I was upstairs in my room talking to a friend, my mom could grab a phone downstairs in the kitchen and just join in our conversation completely uninvited. Didn't matter who I was talking to, I'd be having a conversation like this. I think the reason I internalize and hide away all my problems is because of how invasive my mom is in my personal life.
James, get off the phone and do the dishes.
Mom, I'm on the phone!
25 years old, get dropped off here at 10 o'clock, made good time.
Own!
Wow, I can't believe you said that to the person who gave birth to you. So what are you two losers talking about?
Luckily, I would almost never be talking to a girl. So at least that didn't happen. This other time, my mom was giving me and my sister a ride to school, and on the radio, she was listening to the worst subgenre of rock music. Christian rock? Just kidding, you can like whatever you want. Anyway, we were pulling up to the school, and I told my mom to turn the music down. What? Why? Because I don't want people to think I listen to this, Mom. You see, I was in junior high, so I cared a lot about what other people cared about. So she turned the music down, but as we stepped out of the car, she turned the volume all the way back up.
Alright, telling the truth, when you're in high school or any under, you actually start worrying what people think about you, which I do. Shut up.
And blasted the music for everyone to hear.
God.
Looking back at the situation, I think that's pretty hilarious. GG, Mom. These aren't all the times my mom embarrassed me, but those are all the ones I'm going to include in this video. I didn't even mention the time when I was 4 when my twin sister wanted to do ballet lessons, but she didn't want to do them alone, so my mom signed me up for lessons too. But that's a story for another video. And that video will be titled, Top 10 Reasons I'm Gay. That was a joke, Mom. Lucky, Mom. You made me like this. And there you have it, everyone. That was my mom. Again, I just want to say that despite whatever I say...
Alright guys, that was the odd one out. My mom's cruel and unfair punishments. And there'll probably be a link in the description. But don't forget to like and subscribe. And see you. Oh, well actually, before I do my outro, I am going to do reaction videos on Mondays, and on Fridays I will be doing gaming, so yeah. See ya.